When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city. Play some music I'm allowed to play. Oh wow, that was not a drop I expected. Bit loud though. I did think it was like really quiet. I like on my announcement page is just me posting my stream. I did want to check something. How am I never logged into Substance? That could work. Log in. Am I cheating? Yes. Someone save time. Oh man. Let's come to Blender real fast. I say real fast. This is going to be a big task. So I want to vertex paint, I think, the interior. So we'll start off with just the interior up here. Isolate that. Turn that so I can see which part. So this is the exterior walls. It's fine. Technically, what I should do is see where boards are. For example, in the interior, if I see where the boards are, I can put an edge loop where they are to help me paint in the vertices. With that said, I could just increase it because it's not very. What is it? 292 faces. Hi, what's up? Nothing much. Just doing my usual. What's up with you? We isolate just the exterior. Like I said, what I could do, I could just what's happening here? Hold on a minute. What's happening here? Oh. I thought there was like lines here. I was like, why is there lines? It's just a freaking opening. Wow, yeah, this is not good. I should have definitely made this neater. I didn't realize I was going to vertex paint it, so I'm not going to blame myself too much. Cut that across for now. I know this isn't straight at all, but it's fine. If I do this, there you go, and then do something like this. Cool. I want it straight for vertex painting. You'll see what I mean when I actually get around to doing it. We want to delete edge loop here. Now that's already neater. So in a way, I'm sorting out. Jesus, I don't want to move these. So let's just do that quick. Oh. Monkey noises. Oh, 3 days of school and I'm already sick of everyone in my class. Nice! That is how you know you're in the right class. Just saying. Alright, then we got like this. Now, what does this go? To there. So that's why it's doing that. So... what the heck? Is there an Engon here? Oh, it is an Engon. So from here. Oh, How should I have done that then? Probably cut it along here. Cut it along. By the way, how would you model a relatively low poly yet kind of realistic game asset? Rose. How low poly are we talking? Are we talking... Wait, let me see what Rose looks like again. Yeah? Okay, it depends on how low poly you're looking. If you can make each petal a plane, you could actually isolate this for a second. You could actually do something like this. Maybe put one edge loop in like that, and then this you basically just pull this in and get it to the rough shape of the rose petal. So and then you just do the rest using an alpha mapping it out. So you'll put like a rose petal 3D, rose petal texture PNG. That's not PNG. Is it PNG? I can make it a PNG. 1 second. Oh, it is PNG. It is PNG. Rose petal. Whoops. Rose petal. That's not my desktop. I like how all this is coming up on other screens. The lowest you can get with a realistic style. You'd probably just use a plane. I'm not gonna lie, like Rose in game. I'll show you this way as well, but Rose game engine. I want a rose in a game. I want something. Wow, I'm getting nothing. Oh, you could do. I'll show you the way I'd do it. Because this should only end up with maybe 20, well, 40 maybe polys. Alright, some wrap it as well. There you go. UV. Rose. Oh. Blender? I'm not doing anything that demanding. I swear. You pull it up to like here. Again, you can adjust these to... Got the right one? Yeah. Adjust these to fit this a bit better. Try your best to keep it low poly, obviously. So maybe I could... Again, if you can't do this because yours has to be low poly, but maybe something like this. That's a little bit warped. So I should have unwrapped that. Oh, what I should be doing, which I'm not doing, is I should be changing the model. And then going, what's it? Island? Average island scale? No? I guess I could unwrap it again. There's definitely a way to smooth it. Oh well. Basically, with what I got, try to fit it in without adjusting it in here. I shouldn't be doing that. Something like this. Then you wanna alpha. Oh my god. I just want a texture as my alpha. This is a problem with not using Blender a lot. I wanna, how do I'll smooth that over as well. There you go. How do I... Well, either way, I don't know how to do it in Blender. But either way, you'd alpha it out so all those black parts you would be able to see through. And then you just sort of start making the rows. And you can adjust some of it to obviously make it not look duplicated. I've never made a rose before, so I'm sorry if this is how I would do it, and I'd probably practice to do it properly. But yeah, this is roughly how I'd do it. And if I had practice, I could probably do it a decent way. And then look, when I stretch it, you'll get some warping, but if you only stretch it a little bit, we can take advantage of it being unwrapped the way it is. Well, it's not great, but... And then basically just continue with that till you get to the center of the rows and you start pulling up. Rotating it up, flatten. And basically just keep going until you get the sort of shape of a rose. But that's how I would go about doing it. Yeah, kind of like that you just showed me. Yeah, like that. But if you wanted it like super low poly, my way sucked. That is how I would still do it. I just didn't do it very well. But yeah, the way you did it looks exactly the way I'd do it. And then you just sort of make them coming in and in until you get like a rose shape. Because the only other way is literally just getting a picture of a rose. Like, like when you want like the lowest texture, like rose profile texture. Rose side view texture. Wow, they're copyrighted. Okay, great, thanks. I wanted to show you the really, really cheap way to do it, but I can't find an example. So, I guess I'll just start doing stuff like this. So we're going to increase it, because if I do vertex paint, we'll have vertices to actually work with doing it like this, right? That's my thought process. Is this the right way? I'm not sure. I've not really done buildings the way I'm doing this one. So we'll have to wait and see if the results are good or if they're garbage. And I don't like garbage results. I'll tell you that much. I'm just going to pop one of these in. Flatten you across like this. Or my game might get a trailer soon that I'm making for work. So, you got something to look forward to. I have something to look forward to. That's gonna be great. This is pretty garbage here. I should at the very least give it the courtesy of. God. Why have I done that like this? Oh wow, I've done them all like that. That's terrible. Because I should have just pulled this like across. Oh, whoops, I did fill it. Anyways, we'll leave it like that. We'll try to get it in with just a tiling texture at the moment. Oh, God. Now, I find it funny what could just do a cross with two planes. Yeah, and you could do one facing upwards for a top view. It depends how small it is. You could probably actually get away with that. Oh, I don't want this exterior one, I want the interior one. Oh, wait, that's not the right one. I find it funny what Kagner said in chat recently when he was like, oh, Oh, Steve, why don't you just press F to bridge something? And I spoke about this the other day, about when people will say something to you, and instead of being like, no, sorry, he didn't say, why do you do it this way? He pointed out that I was essentially doing it wrong, and you should be doing it this way. He didn't quite say it like that, but he pretty much said it like that. And I love it, because I do all the things I do for a purpose. When I do something what a lot of people may consider a weird way, there's usually some rhyme or reasoning to why I'm doing it. So I find it really funny when someone's like, you're doing it wrong, and I show them why I'm doing it, and they're just like, oh, you're not doing it wrong, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not. I do it this way for a reason, my guy. Oh, my bad. Like, don't worry about it. Definitely looking forward to it. How many artists are working on it with you, and how much work do you do quality to the rest? There's 2 artists in the company right now. 3, actually, if you include my boss, because he's also an artist. Well, one of my bosses, anyway. Yeah, it's a very, very small art team. Proportionally, I do 85% of the work, but with that said, we also have a lot of assets that's from kits that I've reworked to work in our scene. Sometimes we had like some realistic assets that I took the model from, used the normal map straight, and I made it look stylized, for example. There are a lot of assets in there that are mine, though, and were handmade, so... Right, we actually need to unwrap this sucker, so... This is the interior faces, right? So... we just do flat wall. Do I even need this? Oh, wrong place here. Wait, hold on. Oh, whatever. This reminds me, I'm still wondering whether you're left click or right click. I'm left click. I just thought I had it on... Oh, no, I do. I have it on default, whatever it defaults at. But old Blender, like you said, used to be right click, right? So, back in the day, I would have used right click if that was the default. I almost always used this the default settings. I'd rather do a lot of things by default settings. I know some people like, oh, I've rebound all the controls. And I'm like, that's going to be really awful if you go into a company and they just give you it. You've got to spend all that time rebinding it. I'd rather just take the time to learn it the way it is. And no matter what company I work for, I'm already done and prepped for what I'm doing. I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with that sentiment, but that's the way I look at it. And to me, that makes a lot of sense. Same, yeah. Because a lot of people would just say, and I don't necessarily disagree with them, but obviously a lot of people would just say, but surely just work with the way that's more comfortable. If I find it more comfortable to, oh, you know what, I'll just do it like this. If I find it more comfortable to do it, to rebind anything, surely that's better. And they're not wrong. That is better. But if you don't learn to adapt, that's always going to go against you. Hey man, how's it going? Aditya Kumar. Kumar's easy to say. But yeah, personally, that's... Oh. Right, because it's the underside. Hold on a minute. Where am I? Oh, here. The boat looks way better with that on it, too. It actually looks like a boat surface. Really? What? I'm so confused. Oh, because we're on the interior right now. Yes, right. We'll leave it like that. It's fine. I am an Indian. Just call me Addy. Okay. Sound like I said that in a disrespectful way. I did not mean it to sound that way. For some reason, I went to reread it and I thought it said I am in India. I was like, maybe you are in India. Something like this. I've always wanted to visit India because apparently they're really like good. Now this is just from it's an English perspective. Apparently they have really good spice markets. I'd love to just go in and just grab a load of spices, or I say grab them, buy a load of spices. Can I export a material from UE5 to a different project? Yeah, to something that's also in UE5. All you got to do is right click, migrate. It should be the same in UE5. Click OK, and then make sure when you go to the other project. I didn't find that offensive. Thank God. I was just again. Oh my God. All you got to do is go to your project, click, go into the content, or click the content folder, click select, and it will put it into that folder for you. See, why did that happen? My texture, you know what I mean? Like, look at the texture streaming pool. Why is it randomly say over budget when for the first 20 minutes we were fine? I always find it very odd. I know how to fix it, or at least to offer it more RAM. Streaming.pool, yeah. And we'll do 2048. There you go. Spices are great. I love spices. I have a very hard time using them because I don't know what goes good with stuff, so I end up just putting random spices in. Usually it's pretty good. Great, thanks. Was that actually all you needed to know? That is one of the reasons we a great immune system. That's a pretty good reason. Delicious food, great reason. I really want to show you guys some images of my scene. I'm so excited. Is it my best work? Yes, I think. Is it mostly mine? No. I'd say probably about 50% of the work when my game gets released is assets we got from kits and stuff. And I've basically... Most of my work has been placing them in a certain way to obviously make up a scene, so a level designer, and then making my own assets to fill up the rest of the scene. So I'd say about 50-50. 50% my stuff, 50% from packs. And I want to be clear on that, because I know I rag on people all the time for not being clear what works theirs. I made this, did you know? Well, it's all mega scans, so you didn't make it. You know what I mean? I rag on people all the time for coming out with comments like that. So I want to be honest when I say I've made only probably about 30%, 50% of sort of the scene. A lot of my work has been getting it working. I've spent the last 2 days making a dynamic light system, day and night cycle. Oh, it's been so rough. More because it's, in a way, just boring. I know I could do it, it just takes time. In my stuff, it doesn't get awkward though at times because it doesn't. Oh, it does. Sorry, it does get awkward though at times because my chili powder looks exactly like my cinnamon powder. Oh no! Then again, putting cinnamon in there is pretty good. Although the other way around, don't make chili powder sweet rolls. Jesus Christ, that sounds disgusting. There's one person out there who probably thinks that's delicious though. Separate this out. You don't actually see this part anyway, from what I'm aware, but just in case, we'll keep it in, and I'll just mark there. So is that fine? So this is all going to be tiling texture. So as long as we get a result like this, perfect. We should be good. Now I need to come into here and start selecting parts. That I need a separate material, because for the roofing, I'm likely going to need a different material from the walls. I think everything else is going to share the same material, though. You don't even see that, do you? I'll keep it there just in case. Just smell it. Add new material. Make it a funky color. Uh-oh. There you go. Save what I got so I don't lose it all. Add 2 new materials. Because the first one usually defaults what's on here, right? Assign that, change the color. There you go. Something obviously different. That can stay the same color. And we are Gucci. That's the interior. Oh, right. I was like, what's going on? I can see the interior. Yeah, of course I can. Huh. I'm not going to smooth the edges like I just did. Cinnamon tomato rice is worse than spicy cupcakes. Tomato rice, but she's saying that she sometimes mixes up her cinnamon and her chili powder. So she's making very awkward meals by accident. Do you guys say by or on accident? I'm actually curious. One exciting thing about this scene as well is the closer we get to UV mapping all the assets, the closer we are to actually building our lighting. That's very exciting. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. So again, I want these all separate. I want them to be as easy to texture as possible. Again, the roofing will probably have a separate texture on. Oh, that's very awkward. So there to there. I textured this. I modeled this in a very odd way because I was pretty sure when I first made it, I was rushing it, right? Like I made the entire model in like 5 videos. Ever since it's been UV mapping, getting in Unreal, texturing. Oh, I left these connected. Oh, right, because it's got a top to it. You know what? We'll just have the top completely separated. Nice. Exactly what I wanted. You know what I made once? I wonder if there's like a thing for it online. What if I write oatmeal rice? So what I did once. How do you do the edge? Well, not on this. I will do a tiling texture. On most things to do edge wear, I will use Substance Painter. If we open an old asset, I can show you. I want to open one that's a decent example. I guess the ladders are a fine example. This is like a very simple texturing just to get it out the way. So this looks alright. This isn't the most detailed asset. I didn't hand do a lot of this. I basically use the textures normal maps to generate curvature and stuff. But let's hide everything quick. So as you can see, I've got these normals. So I guess in a way, if you baked down a high poly and it was like this, you'd have a similar result. But yeah, so make a fill, whatever. Or usually I'll make a layer. Or folder, sorry. Make a fill layer. Come into here. Make sure this is selecting the area. So if I actually make this red to make it obvious. Make it so we're selecting the areas that I want to be wood. Like this. So obviously I'll do this the same process for other materials. For like a stone or metal or whatever. In this case I want the bottom to be metal. But that's fine. So I'll get my fill layer. Get a rough, let's say, wood color for this example. Now, I suck at finding a good wood color. That's why I have most of them saved. I'm terrible at it. I kid you not. I don't know how people do it. Some people just go straight in and find a good wood color. There! Let's get our roughness. That's fine. Make another layer. This one will be our edges. So there's 2 ways you could do this. Is you can right click, create a white mask or a black mask, doesn't matter. Right click the mask, so add generator. Click your generators, click curvature. And as long as you've clicked baked and baked your curvature like you do at the start of every project. And if you had a high poly, you'd be getting these results as well, where it's actually going over where the high poly would be. And then I usually just put this up here, set it to an overlay, because that will take the base color, turn off everything but color usually. That'll take the base color essentially make it lighter. Honestly, this isn't light enough, so I could always do I could always either copy the color we got, go normal, sorry, and then manually pick the color I want for an edgeware. Bro, it's so easy. I know. I have a video on it. If you go to my channel, see, it's not about how good of an artist you are. It's about how much you know about your tools. That's terrible advice, but honestly, for me, it works. Start. So this video was made a while ago, but this gives you the general idea of how I do my stylized, quote unquote. There I am. Paste that in. Boom. Visit that, and basically, it's what I just sort of showed you with a little bit more detail. If you actually add another layer, my modeling teacher said, "Nah, shut up." Shut up, man. Everyone learns differently. Your modeling teacher is correct if he's talking about artistically gifted people. However, if he's not talking to artistically gifted people, it's all about how efficiently you can use your tools or how many methods and techniques you can learn. I don't care what anyone says. As someone who works as an artist now, I'm going to tell you, learning how to use your tools efficiently will sometimes be much more helpful than being a good artist. I wholeheartedly think that statement is accurate. Create another layer. I'm going to learn substance space seriously now. Good. Create another layer, black mask it, add a generator. So now you can do ambient occlusion instead. Always inverted for some reason. I don't know why. Because obviously that's not your AO. That's like the surface. Your AO is the reversed. I never know why it does that. Turn off everything else but color. I don't think I show that in my tutorial. I keep the roughness and stuff on because I want them to have less or more rough. But these days, I like it all having the same roughness all round. And boom. See that? See that difference? We get all of this stuff shaded more. You can come into here after doing this and turn up your blur and turn up your contrast. So you get this more stylized shading where it's like a lot thicker. See what I mean? Similarly, with your curvature, you can blur it a little bit, contrast it a little bit, and turn it up. Contrast it more, and get these thick sort of edge wear. Oh my god, right. Now, one more thing I teach you is you don't always have to use generators because there's a lot of masks already in the engine. So, already in the texturing software package. So if you don't want to use the generator, you can always, so that was curvature. You can come into here, you can find an edge wear. Now you've got loads of different ones. You've got a dusty edge. And it will sort of apply it on, but sort of have a dust overlay on top of it. Turn it up. See that? So it's not as cleanly cut. With stylized, I like quite thick edgeware, but for example on a realistic stuff you might want stuff like this. You could do a strong edge, which is similar to what we had already. You do a strong edge, scratches, and it will just have some scratches applied. If you actually come into it and you turn up your balance down here, it should apply more or less scratches like that. I think there are two different discussions. For one, it's not the tool, but how you use it and an artist. So in a way, the software doesn't make you better, but also this same thing means it's essentially that, right? Like if you're a terrible artist, you can't blame your tools, and they say that like a good worker doesn't blame his tools. But if someone came into my house and I had 100, let's say I had 1,000 screws for them to screw in, right? Let's say I gave one person 5. I gave a very, very good. He works for a company, he's a contractor or a whatever, and I'm like, here you go, here's a screwdriver. I turn to the other guy and he's just a DIY dad, and I say to him, here you go, here's a drill. It's a simple task, but just because the guy with the screwdriver is a better DIY, he's better at doing it, the person with a drill is likely not only going to do a better job, but going to do it faster. I just realized both are the same. Let's see, if how much time did it took to complete the farm scene? It took to take 4 months. Do I have a video on my channel when I started doing it? You gotta remember, I did it while working. For example, I've been working on this scene for like 7-8 months now, but for the last 4 months, I've only been doing 4 hours a week on it. So the farm scene probably took like 100 hours, maybe less. Probably, yeah, probably 100 hours. So if you break that into a full work week, that'd only be 2.5 weeks. So it's hard to say. I mean, do I have time lapses of me making stuff? Farm scene time lapse Steve's tutorial. It's got to be a short stream today, so the more stuff you guys ask, the less stuff I'm going to get done. No, I'm kidding. Ask me as much as you want. Farm. No, do I not have any time lapses of it? Damn it. Here's a demo of it. So after you've made all the assets, I made every asset for this. Not necessarily the textures, because I went on textures.com and stuff for that. But when you know how to use the software, or when you, not just that, but when you know about the kit you made, watch how quickly I put this very small scene together. Now, it's not anything extravagant, but you made that whole scene while streaming. I did on Twitch. So there's no videos of it, unfortunately. The scene I'm making now, I've done it all on YouTube. This scene, this whole scene's on YouTube. Impressive. I really like the artwork. Thank you. Wait, I'm playing that video in the background. See how much I've already done when clicking off? God, setting up the foliage for this scene was a ball ache. I can tell you that. But I even kept in the compiling shaders. So I'm just petting around the edges to get it looking a bit more like it's fading towards more dirtiness. I haven't done realistic scenes in ages, so I'm probably very rusty doing realistic stuff, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like if you watch this, look, I have an automated texture that I made, material that I made that makes rocky material when it goes up. Very easy to do. And then I rub out all the grass that was on it. Place some grass where I want it. And then I made a little island. I forgot about that. Watch this. Little island. Paint some grass. Put some flowers in there. I put some lily pads around. But when you don't, because it was my kit, I knew how to use it, which is really important. The more you know about the kit you're using, the better work you can do. And then I just start placing more assets around. And this isn't my farm scene, but this is like a very quick one I made as a demo to show you that you can make this in a very short period of time. How was it not playing? I should have recorded it in a higher quality. This is definitely not actual 1080p. Yeah. But the time that takes the most, obviously, isn't doing what I just showed here. It's actually making all the assets. I haven't read all your stuff. Let me read it all. I was doing texturing in 3ds Max. It's a very long process, Jesus. I just realized both of us read the Reddit. You made that whole scene while streaming. Yes, he did some mining off camera. Yeah. Impressive, really like the artwork. Okay. But yeah. But I'm trying to make all my scenes on YouTube now, not only because it records them, but because I got more of a following on YouTube, so that makes more sense. And because I was only getting I'm only getting 4 viewers now, but I was only getting max 4 viewers after streaming for like 2 years on Twitch. Love time lapses. Thank you. Well, not really thank you, because you mean in general, but I have one, so thank you. So that, cool. Look how cool it looks about the walls. Let me, oh, really? It's got weird shades on them. File. Save. File, export. I'm going to remember this time. Selected objects. Big brain. And we're going to go boat, building, walls. See what I mean? The scene's not going to be set up very well for you guys to buy as a modular kit. I'd have loved it to be, but I just don't have the time. You're still working on this project. I am. How dare you? Making it sound like I'm too slow. I like how you distribute all the assets. Thank you. Well, I mean, I charge for it. You don't need to thank me, actually. Or say you like it. I specifically hate yours. Oh, I knew it. How mean. Wow, that looks so cool. Oh, you know what? Why don't I just delete? Because they're coming through the... Were they always coming through the wall? Oh, right. Should I delete them? Nah, I should do a wood texture along here, shouldn't I? No, you're not too slow. I just haven't got time to dedicate a lot of hours into it. Because could you imagine if I spent 40 hours a week working on this scene? It would have been done so long ago. I'd have loved to be able to dedicate that much time to it. I've got a sponsorship. I'm not going to say by who. I've got a sponsorship coming up soon, and I'm going to have to be doing that. I have no idea if I'm going to have enough time to do that and stream and work. Oh, my God. The sponsorship's very cool, though, and if I could tell you guys, I would. Cut your hair or something? Nope. Just going in the ponytail. Now, I'm going to... Oh. I was checking how I looked at the ponytail. Ah, look at that. That's a really bright screen. That's a little bit better. My actual camera has a light on it. How far does it go? 1, 2, 3, 4? Nope, just 3. And then... Boop! Alright, I do wish I had the NVIDIA thing where it cuts out the background for you. I don't want to get my own green screen. Maybe when I get my own place. What was I doing? Okay, so... If I delete you and delete you, all I should need to do... Come into our content. I'll just throw it in here for now. I put it on my desktop. I called it... boat building, or whatever. I didn't save it to my desktop, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, SM boat building, of course. Boat building frame, boat building walls. That's the one I want. Right, so... Did it put as one asset? Oh, it did. Interesting. That's probably useful. If I... half its scale in its build... I can't remember why I think it's half the scale it is in Blender. There is a reason, but I can't remember why. Select an object that's still placed. So this. What was that? Did someone subscribe? I didn't show. Or I didn't see it quick enough. Oh well. That sounds really mean. Oh well. Okay, copy the location from this, paste it on this, and it should line up. There you go. Green ceilings, lovely. That's technically what I wanted. Copy the color from this for now, just so it's not disgusting looking. Boop. Boop. Okay, we're back to what we look like, but now this is UV mapped. Lovely. Okay, now I saw this texture online. I know. You want me to make my own textures, but I'm too lazy. I want to get the scene done. So let's download this. Oh, that's why it's Substance open. File new. Desktop plane. SM underscore plane. Plane, there you go. Discard. Drag in our new concrete material we just downloaded. Set it to a base material. Put it on a shelf permanently, it's fine. Drag that on. Get the color more what I want. Surely there should be wood underneath it. But it's changing all the color. Well, that's the base. That's the secondary. Okay. Let's be more red. I don't think it's going to look very good, but we can give it a quick look. Oh, you know what? While we're in here as well, I really want to look what it looks like if I just put this wood on the ceiling. Well, it's facing the wrong way. Whoops. I don't know. I don't hate it, but this definitely is the wrong color, or this needs to change color, either or. Like maybe... I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot the texture for this. What, a quick texture for this. I should high poly it and then draw some rip marks on it. That'd be cool. Or do a tiling texture to do that. So that way there's like holes for it. That'd be cool. It doesn't look right with this, does it? Like it feels like that should be wood as well. So what do you guys think? Do you use any other modeling software as well? I use Maya. I use Blender and Maya. Doesn't line up correctly. Oh, that's interesting. Whoa. Oh, that looks interesting. So it's this, right? This color's not quite matching up. So maybe what I should do instead is adjust it to match the wood a little bit better. Because having it for floor is fine and not matching up, because having that separation looks fine. But I feel like this needs to match. Oh, it's way too much, clearly. Let's reset that and do that again. So what does it look like when I don't add that? Okay, so it definitely needs to have color added. What direction though? Make it a little bit darker. Lighter. Oh, jeez. No. 1.5. There you go. 1.3. Wow, it's really hard to get that to match. Very hard. Ceiling as well. Because this isn't matching this. I don't know. We'll have a look later. I like the idea of it though, so that's a good thing. What time is it? Okay, another 11 minutes and I'm done. I'm so busy. I hate being busy. I want to do this for you guys. But I'm a busy boy. It's called like plain. There. No, don't. Do you guys ever do that? So let's say go onto your desktop and end up duplicating it because you're holding like control. I accidentally just deleted it, so let me re-export it. Do you place Easter eggs as well in your artwork? I do, actually. I don't know why, because most of the time I don't allow people to fly around it because I don't put it up for people to actually launch document because I always get it breaking on me. But I do, and I can actually show you one. This was less of an Easter egg because it was actually in the original art piece, but in fact, I might do a stream where I show you guys some of my old scenes and we'll look at some of the Easter eggs. Because if you actually look in here, you can't see any of them, but oh wow, do I not have a close-up of the house? The house didn't look very good, to be fair, from up close. But there's a little doghouse next to the house, and it's got a robot. It's got the robot from this scene in it. This scene, if you look here, has Ratchet and Clank. Or just Ratchet, apparently. And on the back of this wall, it had my patrons' names. But I usually do an Easter egg from a previous scene in my new one. This one, I had some of my farm assets in the water and stuff. Yeah, I like having small Easter eggs when I actually... But it's mainly for people who watch my streams, rather than... Because I don't put it up for people to actually get a launch file to look around. Maybe I should. I need to do that more. Give you guys a launch file to fly around my scene. I don't know why I'm on here still. Oh, wait, yeah, I was going to show you one more. The last Easter egg. This one I didn't have any Easter eggs in because it was a direct rip from someone else's artwork. So that was the artwork. That was my attempt to replicate the artwork. I wish it was overlaying a bit more, but yeah. In my one, I actually... Oh, wait, no, I didn't. There you go. Obviously, this whole thing animates, obviously. But if you look at the original art, you can see Easter egg of SpongeBob and Patrick. However, because mine was 3D, I wanted to physically put the models in, so they look like this. It's just a sponge on the ground, and it's like Patrick as if he's died to an Among Us character. I think I prefer stylized. With that said, realistic, people are going to completely disagree when I say this, is easier. When you're making a prop, right? Look at this. I textured this in 3 hours from start to finish, and I have the video on YouTube. Could I have done more to the texture? Maybe. But this video. Yeah. Look at this. At the start of this video, I had a tank. And I talk during my streams, obviously. I'm wasting so much time talking to you guys. But look at me. I'm like all bearded up. Wow, I'm really bearded up there. Huh. I'm not wearing glasses either. Hello, Wolf. Hey. Yeah, 3 hours. So watch. Completely just grayed. Nothing's been textured. Let's skip halfway. The body's been textured. Any small metallic thing looks like it's been textured. I'm going around, I think, manually painting some areas. Let's skip another halfway through that, so 3/4. Oh wait, am I already done? I'm already done. I'm just applying it all in, look. See that? In less than 3 hours, so 2 hours and 50 minutes, and I'm talking to chat, I can texture this, because texturing realistic stuff is easier. I said it with a pinch of salt, because in some cases it's not, but it's because textures exist in real life. If you can get hold of these textures, you save yourself a lot of work. I agree that realistic is easier. You can just steal stuff, yeah. Be it literally a scan. Oh, okay, yeah. You can steal scans as well. I forgot about that, but by copying... Yeah, and yeah, reference photos as well. You can always see how it looks like in real life. So you haven't got to make something up in your head. I know how to weight paint now, and yes, it's kind of hard. Nice. Additionally, I don't know how long this one took me, but this one didn't take me very long either, and this one's quite detailed. Look at that. Ooh, look at that quality. Look at that scuff. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the realistic is quite fun because it's easier. Stylized, it's harder to really sell a I do really enjoy it though, but it's harder to really sell yourself in a stylized scene because, for example, look at my ladders. Oops. And one, it takes a long time, so I didn't want to spend time. So I made my ladders very quickly, right? They're nothing special. They've got some nails sticking out of them. You know, they're nothing special. Nothing about this ladder screams a style from Steven, you know? Whereas if I showed you, watch this, stylized ladder, I bet you will find some really nice looking ladders. Oh. Oh, I clearly saw someone else's ladder and made his design. That's the exact same design. Obviously different textures, but that's interesting. I thought I was actually going to find some better examples. Wow. Oh. Honestly, I thought I was going to find way better examples. Some people have some really nice looking stuff and it's like a normal day object. But yeah, you know what I mean? Being artistic is the hard part. Yeah, and I suck at being artistic. Even if you guys may not agree with that, I do suck at being artistic because it's just something that's never come to me naturally. Oh, you know what? I wrote concrete. I should have wrote plaster in and see what results we got from that. I'm going to export it one more time because I literally can't find it on my desktop. Desktop. I've just called it plaster now. There you go. Drag that into UE4. People always like, nice, you're clearly artist. Look at all the stuff you make. I look at a lot of reference. There's not a lot of stuff I make. Uh-oh. What did I just replace? It was a plane, wasn't it? I just realized that I shouldn't have done that. Because I already had a material I was using. What was it? I should have changed the name of it before dragging it in. What's it called? SM _ plane. What was I using it for originally? Master tiling material. Oh, I've really changed the names, thankfully. Jesus. That's fine. Yeah, don't ever call things the same names and drag it in because you'll replace them. Plaster? It's not technically plaster, it's concrete, but... Hold on a minute. SM _ plane. These ones, there you go. And so I name all my stuff off under a naming convention. Because now if I want to find plaster, I just have to type plaster and I've got all this. If something else is called plaster, but I wanted a base color, I know I could do _ base color. If I want just the base colors, then I could do _ base color, and I get every base color. Some things are clearly named incorrectly, but I get every base color in the project. If I wanted, like, barrel base color, I get the barrel's base color. See what I mean? Oh, that was ArtStation. Thank you, guys. It's probably one of you who went on there. Okay, so we want to come into our master material, make a new instance. Call this one MI _ plaster. I've done no work today. I blame you guys. That's too tiled. Right? Then add a tile amount to 4. I think that's better. Put in our... So, plaster into here. Oh, wait. We've only done upstairs. We haven't UV mapped here. So, plaster up here. It's going to have wood for a second. Come into our... Do it upstairs as well. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. And the ceiling. Well, the ceiling probably needs to be plastered. Ooh, that is not UV mapped very well. Let's leave that blank for now. And I'll come into our material. Tick, tick, tick. I always drag things in. A lot of the programmers I work with will like click on the drop down, write plaster, select the first one. Instead, I just drag it. he says. What was that not? Huh? Hold on a minute. What did I just do that to? Okay, let's try that again. Tick, tick, tick. Boom. There you go. Boom. Boom. Cool. Then we come into it and we start tiling it. So if we tile it by 8. See, nah, that doesn't look very good. So I wasn't too... I didn't have too high expectations. I was just curious to how it would look. Could obviously change that color a little bit if you wanted to. Make the... Have it... It's got way too much roughness. Nah, don't like it. Pretty sure I can paint it as well, right? Oh, I didn't do a high poly down here, so I can't do it down there, but if I wanted to make it so it was darker... What's the brush size? Oh, here. I could do that, make it go darker. To sort of simulate like it's doing a occlusion as it comes to the edges. I haven't got as high enough poly as I would probably need to do that, but see what I'm trying to show. You can do it along here. Oh, that's not high enough poly. Can't do it there. But anyways, don't think that looks very good to me. Oh, that's interesting. Turn up the strength of the normals. Jesus. Make it like 2, 3, 4, 3, 3.5 probably. Don't make the normals too strong. Nah, it's just not right. Whoa, shiny walls. It was worth a shot. I should make my own material, admittedly, but I was just curious to what we could find. It gives it colour. Just not very good colour. Oh, what does it look like on the outside? Nah, that looks terrible. Don't like it. Whoa. Oh, you the one I accidentally replaced a second ago. Probably. Yes, you are. Okay. Oh well, we'll make our own material at some point. I was just curious how it would look. Thank you so much for the subscription. Dang, the material looks dope. Wait, you like the material? Oh, I mean, if you guys think the material looks alright, I don't like it. This would have to be scaled down, this presumably. No? Huh? Is that just not UV mapped, I assume? The interior is. Oh yeah, there's like a flat plane there. I could always delete that. And just have it as one plane like that. You actually like the material? I don't like it. Okay. I'm glad someone's on my side. I don't know how I feel about this either. Like, if I was to texture the interior, that's got to be wood, right? Similarly, it's like, should that be wood? That looks very interesting like that. Ah, it's a shame that's going the wrong way. But that looks very interesting. It's like a log cabin. I bet that looks so weird on the outside. Oh my god. I'm not going to lie though, it looks interesting. Yeah, so we're not going to keep that. It was worth a shot though. And I've got it all set up. I've got it all UV mapped now for when we find a decent texture. God, I'm going to turn it back to what it looked like. What was the material I was using? I think I wanted to just look like this. With some color variation in it. So when I can get to that point, I think we can have... It's cool, but it looks slightly detailed. Yeah. Anyways. Actually better than concrete. Anyways, I am going to end because I'm only streaming short today. We didn't do too much, but we did have a talk, and I did show you guys how to do certain things like in Substance. That needs to be moved. What? Where's his origin point? Huh? Oh. There you go. I was like, where's my 3D cursor? So bright at the top. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on Sunday. Hopefully, I'm assuming I'm not busy. I'll see you guys then. Bye. Oh, I'll show you how I did that 1 second. No, I'll show you quick. It's just done with a simple grass wind. I've attached some stuff to it, and I've basically gone into... I didn't make this function, but I've gone into the function, and I noticed that I could edit. I converted this to a scalar, so now when I'm in the material function, I can adjust the scale. Not that one, apparently. This one, yeah, look. So if I make it low, it freaking looks weird anyway. If I got it to the value I've got to, we get that kind of effect. I could actually apply... Oh, that's the material I broke. Well, it looks like leather now. That's so strange. I kind of want to fix that before I leave. Hold on a minute. Cloth. What have I called it? It's basically a animated split. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I won't fix it at the moment. It's not too hard to fix. I just don't know where I got the file. It just looks like it's like a lever or something, which I actually kind of like. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of cool. All right, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. Yeah, it's pretty much an animated displacement. Bye.